聴者
A good speaker immediately has the audience's attention.
Spectator.
観客見物人
A week later, the first international flight show attracted more than 250,000 spectators.
Taste.
味覚好み
Reading tastes differ widely.
Fancy.
空想好み
When he was deeply relaxed, his fancy was free to wander, and many of his songs took shape during these moments.
Favor.
好意支持
You should repay his favors and compliments.
Neighbor.
隣人近所の人
We were neighbors, nothing more.
Environment.
環境
The national park's natural environment was extremely beautiful.
Atmosphere.
雰囲気大気
Traffic fumes damaged the ozone layer in the atmosphere.
Pollution.
汚染
We will have to pay a price for pollution.
Situation.
事態立場
Sometimes our excessive kindness makes the whole situation worse.
Circumstance.
事情
Truly religious people accept any circumstances as God's will.
Area.
地域面積研究などの分野
This natural wilderness area is a paradise for plants and animals.
District.
地区
Overcrowded districts are asking states for permission to regulate the population.
Region.
地方
In regions with a dry climate, water and trees are very important.
Quarter.
地域4分の1 25セント宿舎
3/4 of household garbage does not need to be thrown away.
Dialect.
方言
800 languages and dialects are spoken in India.
Inhabitant.
住民
The native inhabitants were forced to leave their lands.
Suburb.
集合的に郊外一地区の郊外
In the 1970s, many families began leaving cities and moving to the suburbs.
Geography.
地理地理学
There is a strong relationship between geography and civilization.
Reality.
現実
Maybe the human reality is not so beautiful.
Climate.
気候風土風潮
One of the greatest influences of climate on men is temperature.
Agriculture.
農業農学
The invention of agriculture was a major step towards the creation of society.
Harvest.
収穫報い
Total harvest losses in the area have reached 90 million.
Grain.
穀物粒子
Since 1950, the need for grain has nearly tripled.
Flood.
洪水
Unusual weather brought floods to Italy, Indonesia, and South Africa.
Function.
機能任務
While you are asleep, the bodily functions slow down and body temperature falls.
Profession.
専門職
After that experience, I thought that being a doctor would be a great profession.
Labor.
労働集合的に労働者側
We want more labor-saving devices.
Factory.
工場
Men made up a considerable part of all factory workers.
Income.
収入
In those days, my income was much higher because I was able to work longer hours.
Wages.
賃金
The problem with part-time work is that wages tend to be low.
Economy.
経済節約
Today, the world economy is growing even faster.
Commerce.
商業
Much of human civilization has revolved around the commerce between distant regions.
Trade.
貿易小規模な商売職業
As international trade has rapidly expanded, many countries have undergone unprecedented change.
Device.
装置工夫企み
Sundials were the first measuring devices of time.
Prospect.
見込み見晴らし
There is a prospect of a worldwide food shortage in the near future.
Ease.
安楽容易さ
His utter naturalness set me at ease.
Comfort.
安楽慰め
The Bible gave him comfort when he was insulted or neglected.
Prosperity.
繁栄
The country may be prosperous, but it is a fragile prosperity.
Luxury.
贅沢豪華な
Luxury, rather than necessity, is the mother of invention.
Welfare.
福祉生活保護
Welfare is necessary for improving the lives of poor people.
Miracle.
奇跡驚異的なこと
It was a miracle that she survived the jet crash.
Fate.
運命
The awful fate of my grandmother was too terrible for us to hear.
Destiny.
宿命
In ancient times, it was believed that the gods controlled human destiny.
Doom.
恐ろしい運命
He felt his doom approaching.
Fortune.
運命の女神幸運財産
Peter could not believe his good fortune.
Opportunity.
好機
The job opportunities for women are increasing.
Occasion.
機会好機理由
On certain occasions, there are certain expressions that you should use.
Example.
例手本
Could you give me an example?
Instance.
例事例
In some instances, these two words can be used with no difference in meaning.
Decade.
10年間
I lost my son about a decade ago.
Era.
時代
The custom of tipping dates back to the Roman era, or the time when coins came to be in use.
Period.
期間時代終止符
The use of wrapping cloths began in the Nara period.
Epic.
時代
There have always been fashionable faces and expressions which marked an epoch.
Term.
期間楽器人との関係条件専門用語
This kind of drug has a long-term effect on our brain.
Trend.
傾向流行
Advertising does not set trends, but it reflects them.
Sum.
合計概要金額
Large sums of money were spent in security.
Amount.
総額量
The amount of rain varies from year to year.
Plenty.
豊富
If you get plenty of rest, I'll bet that you'll feel better.
Deal.
量
This painting is worth a great deal of money.
Figure.
姿数字
Both young and old people desire slim figures.
Purchase.
購入したもの
Some customers tell salespersons that they do not want their purchases wrapped.
Charge.
請求額監督非難
At court, they denied charges of assault and murder.
Profit.
収益
He donated most of the profits to the local church.
benefit,
利益
The benefits of science are enormous, and not only in the area of expectancy and healthcare.
value,
価値価値観
The value of his work was not realized and appreciated until the early 1900s.
virtue,
美徳長所薬の効き目
Volunteerism is often thought of as a virtue.
quality,